We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, and I'm joined here by my brother Tim. And we have a full MLB slate we're going to be going over for today. So we got a nice slate for the MLB here. But first, as always, we will recap over what happened yesterday. And I'm actually really happy about yesterday. And those notifications are telling you guys to join our Facebook group if you haven't already. The link to that is in the description of the video down below. But yes, looking at what happened yesterday, I went overall 8-2-2 in my 12 plays. Very happy with what happened yesterday. And it could have been slightly better, to be completely honest, by one game, really, or both games. I did get pushes from the first 5 under in Texas and Seattle. That was 0-0 heading mid-4, so that potentially could have cashed. I did get a push from Washington because it was suspended, but they're up 3-1. I had the plus 195 there. That would have been a really nice cash if I cashed that as well. It would have had an absolute phenomenal day. I would have gotten, I think, 8-2-1 or 9-2-1 and up around 8 units yesterday. Still finished up around 6 units overall. And my losses were Atlanta team total over 4.5. It's okay. I cashed the money line on them. And the Yankees and the Royals first 5 under 5.5. It was 2 outs, no one on at the bottom of the 5th. A double and a single later, my first 5 under was dead. I was a game suspended and 1 out away from potentially having a 10-1 in one day, which would have been crazy. But I did get wins from Tampa Bay, from Atlanta, from Detroit, from the first 5 under in Philadelphia, from Houston's team total. That was part of our best bet yesterday. From Detroit, first 5 -1/2. The over in the San Diego game, that one only took 4 innings to cash, and then the first 5 -1/2 for those San Francisco Giants. That one was a nice little cash there. So yeah, great day for me yesterday, and same for Wilhelmina here, who follows me on Twitter and was able to see all my posted plays as well. I know your day wasn't quite as great.
No, my day, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. My day was dog shit. I had 10 plays, and I won 2 of them. So, to the, who did I get wins from? To the Rays, and the over in the Padres game. Thank you very much. To everybody else, screw you. Tigers under. Course. I had the Pirates, didn't do anything. I had the Braves run line. They blew bases loaded with 1 out or something, like 2 times. Very frustrating there. Our best bet was the Houston Astros, over 9, 5-0 game, of course. I love that over with the under with the Royals, until they absolutely just. That one wasn't good. I had the run line on the White Sox. And then I had the under in that Mariners game. And boy, was that one frustrating because, they both scored in the 9th. I figured, okay, Texas scored in the top half 9th. Okay, just end the game. We'll be good. No. Bottom half, Seattle proceeds to walk 4 straight batters. Texas walks 4 Seattle batters in a row. Scores a run. Strikeout, fly out, end the inning. What the hell? You couldn't do anything with bases loaded and no out. All I needed was 1 run. Finished the game. My under would have cashed, and I would have at least had 3 wins yesterday. No, 2-8 day. Awful, awful day. Ready for today. Ready to move on. And hopefully at least get more than 2 winners today.
Yeah.
Morning, Jeffrey.
Morning. Yeah, then we will hop into today's slate because I know you would love to just start looking at another slate that isn't yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping to continue my 11-3 run today. let's kick it on off here with the first matchup of the day. This one's starting in about 2 hours. We have the Chicago White Sox at the Minnesota Twins. The White Sox here are minus 175, a plus 160 the other way with the Minnesota Twins. The total of this game, 9 runs. Lance Lynn, Bailey Ober, the pitching matchup for this one. Where are you looking to kick off the slate here?
I'm looking to pass. I was really looking at the over in this game until Lance Lynn. I'm not really going to bet an over when Lance Lynn is pitching. I don't care who's pitching for the Minnesota Twins. This White Sox offense has not been scoring enough for them to go over by themselves. And honestly, if the Twins score over 2 runs, I'd be surprised, especially against Lance Lynn, who is the Cy Young leader at the moment and having the best career of his life, or best year of his career, I should say. Best career of his life. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if anything, it would be a slight lean towards the over, but there's no way I'm doing that. And that's the only reason I would say that is White Sox could probably do it, but I can't really trust the Twins enough to score.
Yeah, fair enough. You're looking at the pitching matchup for me here. Lance Lynn is 10-3 with a 2.03 ERA, a 1.05 WHIP, 114 2/3 innings pitched, 130 strikeouts, and 35 walks. On the other side, Bailey Ober is 1-1 this season with a 4.99 ERA, a 1.30 WHIP, 52 1/3 innings pitched, 56 strikeouts, and 15 walks. And looking at this matchup here, I'm leaning a little bit towards the Twins in this matchup, strictly price-wise. You can get them in the first 5 at plus 150. I wouldn't hate that at all. For me, yeah, it's a lean towards the home dog in this one. I had them priced around a plus 140. You're getting plus 160. I would look at the first 5 plus 150. So you're getting on 10 cents of value on them there. Am I getting involved in this game though? Probably not. This is just not a spot I'm going to try to force today.
Yeah, you don't always have to force the morning games or the early afternoon games, I should say. So we can go ahead and move on to one of the frustrating games from last night.
Yeah, we have the Kansas City Royals are hosting the New York Yankees in this one. We're getting Lugude.
Your guess is
Singer.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Minus 128 for the Yankees. It's a plus 118 run back for the Royals. Over under 10.5 runs in this game. A little bit of money coming in on the Yankees here. I believe they were around a minus 120 earlier this morning. Now they're up to a minus 128. So slight money coming on the Yankees in this one. Lugude is 4-2 with a 2.75 ERA, a 1.17 WHIP, 52 1/3 innings pitched, 60 strikeouts and 9 walks. On the other side, Singer is 3-7 with a 5.13 ERA, a 1.55 WHIP, 87 2/3 innings pitched, 92 strikeouts and 37 walks. It's a slight lean towards the Royals in this spot for me here. But once again, I'm not getting involved in this one. It's a slight lean towards the over in this one. I believe that this Kansas City under trend, I think it's time we give it up now and try to find another one to ride because the Royals have gone over now in 3 straight games. So that's the ultimate cutoff line here. This trend is dead. Kansas City Royals under trends. They need to go, I think, under in 3 or 4 straight games for me to think it's a trend again. So I'm going to pass on this game. Lean towards the over, lean towards Kansas City, maybe Kansas City team total, but not getting involved on this one.
Yeah, if anything, you would definitely be looking at Kansas City. Looking at this, Lutuge, is that how you say his name? He's a reliever, and this is his first year back since 2015. He's pitched in 41 games this year with that 4-2 record. He's a bullpen pitcher. Therefore, we're going to get a bullpen game from this Yankee team. Honestly, if I can get that Kansas City Royal line around 115, 120, I might go and grab it and add it to my card. But for the time being, I'm not bothering with this game. I just don't think I just don't think it's a solid spot to go after anything in this one. So this one's a pass for me. I have a couple other plays on the slate that I like more. So this one's a no good
If you refresh your line, they're plus 118. The Royals.
Are they actually? Did I miss that? Oh, yeah, they are. Okay. Yeah, I'll end up grabbing them. I'll take Kansas City. Hold on. I'm going to write it in. For some reason, my book doesn't go and refresh automatically. I have to refresh the lines myself. So there we go. I'll take Kansas City.
Yep. And yes, Wilhelmina, just for right now, we're going to stick a fork in it. And, it might return later, but we wrote it until that kind of went dry. So we'll move on to the next game now. We have the Colorado Rockies at the Houston Astros in this matchup here. We have Antonio Sensatella taking on Framber Valdez in this matchup, a minus 250 for these Astros. It's a plus 225 for the Rockies. Click, I actually have it on there. The total of this game here is 9 runs. Antonio Sensatella 2-8 with a 4.73 ERA, a 1.41 WHIP, 99 innings pitched, 71 strikeouts, and 22 walks. On the other side, Framber Valdez is 7-3 this season with a 3.22 ERA, a 1.30 WHIP, 78 and a third innings pitched, 73 strikeouts, and 36 walks. For me, it's a slight lean towards the dog in this matchup here. I see a slight value on this Colorado team. I have them priced around a plus 210. You're seeing around plus 225s. If you look plus 200 in the first 5 innings, I'm not personally getting involved in this one. I wouldn't hate that team total for Colorado here at 3.5 at minus 105. I think they can get a couple runs across, but once again, another early game that I'm just not getting involved on.
Yeah, I will say I have something in this game. I apparently I like pain. So I'm going right back to the over in this game. Over 9 at minus 116. Sensatella has not been good this year. I will say that with his 2-8 record, over 4 ERA, over 4.5 ERA, I should say. And it's more of he's not been good, and then Framber Valdez hasn't been that sharp lately. He allowed 4 runs his last time out, 2 runs his previous time out. He did have a good game against Texas, but that's Texas, where he had a no-hitter through 6. He allowed 4 runs his next time out, 2 runs his next time out, 5 runs his next time. So he does allow up runs. So I do think Colorado can tag him up for some runs. And then Houston should be able to hit Sensatella. I know I've been saying this about all the pitchers that Colorado's been throwing out against Houston, and the other pitchers in the past week that we've been throwing out against Houston anyway, but they should be able to hit them. I think 9's a little too low. I'm going to go over in this Colorado game.
Yeah, I got you there. I think they potentially can.
Yeah.
I think they can get some runs off of Framber Valdez.
Yeah.
It's a ballsy. It's a strict line lean because I had this game lined around 210, 215, and I'm seeing 225. That's the only reason why I said lean. I don't think Colorado wins this game, but I would lean that way strictly because percentage-wise, at their line they're at, I believe that they will make you profit at plus 225 in this spot over the long run. That's kind of where I lean. But we'll move on to our next game here. Miami Marlins are at the San Diego Padres. This is our best bet over on picks and parlays. If you guys want to check that out, the link to that is in the description of the video down below. So we will move on to the 7 o'clock games here. And this is where we will arrive at my first play of the day. We look at the St. Louis Cardinals at the Pittsburgh Pirates in this one. The Cardinals are a minus 161 to plus 148 the other way with the Pirates. The total of this game, 9 runs. Adam Wainwright, Will Crow, the pitching matchup. Where are you looking at for this matchup, Tim?
I passed on this game. If anything, if you wanted the Cardinals, I think your line is far gone. And I'm not going after Pittsburgh. That's just not. I went after them yesterday. You do get Will Crow, who has been one of the better pitchers for the Pirates this year. At the same time, no, I'm not too particularly interested in going after them. Pittsburgh's just been awful this year. Don't matter if they're home, they're road, they're favorites, they're dogs. They've been awful. on St. Louis, I can't trust enough. And you're telling me I have to lay a minus 160 for him? Yeah, that's not happening. I'm going to be passing on this game. There's better spots on the slate for me.
Yeah, looking at this matchup for me here, Adam Wainwright 10-6 this season with a 3.48 ERA, a 1.12 WHIP, 139 2/3 innings pitched, 130 strikeouts, and 37 walks. On the other side, Will Crowe is 3-6 with a 5.47 ERA, a 1.56 WHIP, 175 2/3 innings pitched, 71 strikeouts, and 37 walks. And this is where we will arrive at my first play of the day. I'm looking at the first 5 innings here for the St. Louis Cardinals, minus half a run at minus 120. And this is just the way I'm going to be looking to try to back favorites down the line here a little bit. It's just taking them on the first 5 run lines to be leading at the end of 5 innings. This is more of a fade of Pittsburgh than it is a play on St. Louis, though. Pittsburgh has lost 8 of their last 10 games in 6 in a row. They're in a little bit of a tailspin. Plus, they're the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, yeah, I like the first 5 innings here for the St. Louis Cardinals at minus half a run at minus 120. I think they get the job done here today. Adam Wainwright's had a pretty decent season, and he's really been able to shut down this Pittsburgh offense. Overall, this projected lineup for today bats 187 against him, 20 for 79. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely a good spot for Adam Wainwright to get a nice win here for the Cardinals. St. Louis, first 5, minus half, minus 120 is where I'm going for this one.
Sounds good. I'm bringing back up my page. There we go. We'll go ahead and move on to the next one.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at the Los Angeles Dodgers at the Philadelphia Phillies. It's a minus 130 for the Dodgers. It's a plus 120 for the Phillies. Over under of 10 runs in this game. We get David Price and Kyle Gibson for this matchup. Where are you looking at for this one?
I'm going back after the Dodgers. They looked really solid last night. Philadelphia couldn't do anything against them. I know David Price is pitching today, but he's been actually quite solid this year. 4-1, a little bit over a 3.5 ERA. He's been mostly a bullpen piece, so keep that in consideration. On the other side, get Kyle Gibson, who's for a while I thought could have had a shot at a Cy Young in that American League, but now that he's National League, there's no way he's getting that. But no, I'm favoring the Dodgers in this one. I think the bats are too much for the Phillies to handle. I think this Philly hot streak, I think it's over. I really do. They beat the Mets, they beat the Nationals, 2 teams that were really struggling. They're going to face a real team now in the Dodgers, and they're not. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the series we saw that they got swept. So I like the Dodgers in this matchup. It's a minus 130. I'm fine with that. If you wanted to grab the run line at a plus 115, I'm fine with that too. But I like the Dodgers in this matchup. And everybody knows I don't bet the Dodgers that often, so this is the day for the Dodgers.
Yeah, for me, I actually did a free pick video on ESB for this last night. Look at the pictures here. David Price is 4-1 with a 3.53 ERA, 1.37 WHIP, 51 innings pitched, 46 strikeouts, and 14 walks. On the other side, Kyle Gibson in this matchup, 8-3, a 2.79 ERA, a 1.18 WHIP, 102 strikeouts, 47 walks, and 125 2/3 innings pitched. And I do like the under again. I'm going right back to the first 5 under in this game at 5 runs. I believe it's plus 105 on my book now. I think we see something similar that we saw yesterday in a nice little pitcher's duel that we had yesterday between Scherzer and Nola, which actually Scherzer only went 3 1/3 and Nola went 4 innings because of the rain delay. I think we see a little bit better of a pitching duel in this game as well. Kyle Gibson's looked really good. He's actually 2-0 with a 2.13 ERA and a 1.18 WHIP since joining the Phillies. So I expect a nice little performance out of him. And David Price, don't sleep on him as well. I like first 5, under 5 runs at plus 105 between the Phillies and the Dodgers.
Okay, I like it. We'll go ahead and move on to this game, which I know me and Nick are going to actually be different on.
Yeah, we have the Detroit Tigers here taking on the Baltimore Orioles. We have Therese Skubal and Matt Harvey. What the pitching matchup in this one. Wow. Minus 116 For the Tigers, a plus 106. For the Orioles, over under 10 runs in this game. Go ahead, Tim.
You say what a pitching matchup. Don't sleep on these guys.
I was saying sarcastically.
No. It's not. No, this is actually a decent pitching matchup. And if you told me that in the beginning of the year, I would have laughed in your face. Looking at the past performances for these guys, yes, I know that Matt Harvey did not have a good game against the Yankees. He actually left the game a little bit injured in that one. Previous to that, he had 3 shutout starts. If it wasn't for the injury, and he in that game he allowed 2 runs, which was a home run to Rizzo and then another solo shot to somebody else. It was 2 bad pitches, and he pitched fantastic in that game. He had a no-hitter through 3, and he went through the lineup perfect the first 9 hitter. He's been solid. And then on the other side, you get Tariq Skubal, who has also been quite solid. He started off the year pretty bad, but he's been getting a little bit better lately, even though, the Tigers are not good. I think this one goes under. He allowed no earned runs on his last start against Boston. Granted, yes, he did have a bad start against Baltimore, a bad start against Kansas City, but he's been solid lately, and I think that either Harvey or Skubal will shut down one of these offenses, and it does not go over 10. Give me the under. It's 10 at minus 105 for this game. Nick, go ahead. Prove why I'm wrong.
Yeah, looking at this matchup here, we have Tariq Skubal at 7-10, a 4.32 ERA, a 1.31 WHIP, 110 in the third inning pitch, 121 strikeouts, and 40 walks. Matt Harvey is 6-10 this season with a 6.13 ERA, a 1.53 WHIP, and 98 in the third inning pitch, 73 strikeouts, and 29 walks. And I just think Matt Harvey is bound for some regression here. He has been pitching much better as of late. Yes, I understand that. But this is not sustainable for Matt Harvey. And I think today's the day that they finally he gets tagged up. The Orioles have gone over in 5 straight games. And just like we were saying with the Kansas City under being dead, I believe the Detroit under thing is dead as well. Or it's a one where you should stick a fork in for just a little bit here. I think we see an over in this game. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. And then once these 2 pitchers are done after 4 or 5 innings, we get to see those 2 glorious bullpens where even if I was touching the under in this game, it would be a first 5 rather than a full game. There's no way I'm ever trying to mess with both these bullpens, which are bottom 10 in the MLB. And I think that they're going to get tagged up pretty heavily and potentially extra innings, which we get to see where unders die. So, give me the over 10 runs in this game. I think we see a higher scoring game here. I think we see Matt Harvey get lit up. I believe that team total over 5.5 is very live for those Detroit Tigers against Matt Harvey today. So, yes, we're going a little bit back to fade Matt Harvey. I think regression is bound for the former Dark Knight in this one. So, give me the over 10 runs in this game.
He has one start where he lets up 2 runs, and now he's bound for regression. Go ahead.
This is not sustainable for what he's done all season.
Recent form, Nick. Recent form.
Okay, sure. That we were also saying that about Luis Castillo, and then he got blown up the other day. So
that's okay. That's fine.
All right, moving on here, we have the Oakland Athletics at the Cleveland Indians in this matchup. Frankie Montas, Cal Quantrill, the pitching matchup for this one. You can get the Oakland Athletics around minus 145. It's a plus 130 the opposite way with the Cleveland Indians. The total of 9 in this game, juiced towards the over in this one. Looking at the pitchers, Frankie Montas is 9-8, a 4.10 ERA, a 1.26 WHIP, 125 innings pitched, 140 strikeouts, and 33 walks. Cal Quantrill, 3-2, a 3.14 ERA, a 1.24 WHIP, 91 2/3 innings pitched, 71 strikeouts, and 30 walks. And I'm leaning towards the Indians in this one. I have this game priced around to pick them. I just didn't pull the trigger because I don't really want to fade this Oakland Athletics team right now who has won 5 straight games, not trying to catch a falling knife with a 5-game streak coming into it, kind of like last game where Baltimore went over in 5 straight games. I'm not trying to catch that falling knife. Same thing with the Oakland Athletics here. I'm not trying to fade them right now, so I end up staying away from this game. It's a lean towards the Indians. It would be an Indians full game play. They do have the bullpen advantage in this one, but once again, I'm not getting involved here in this game.
Yeah, I was very, very tempted to go after that Oakland run line today. But after, I'm not going to. It is plus money, so it's not like I don't mind it. But I just think that it's going to be a closer game, lower scoring game. I could easily see the under in this game. It's a 9. Even though Cal Control has not been that good, the Oakland offense has just not been particularly there. They've been winning with their pitching. On the other side, Cleveland hasn't really been hitting that much. So, if anything, for this one, it's a lean towards the under. Not enough for me to want to bet it. Cole Control has actually been pitching a lot better as of late. He's got his ERA down into the 3s, so solid there, but nothing I'm interested for this game.
All right, then we will move on to the next game here with the Tampa Bay Rays at the Boston Red Sox. A minus 115 for the Red Sox. It's a plus 105 run back for the Rays here. A total of 10 in this game. Josh Fleming, Nathan Eovaldi, the pitching matchup for this one. Josh Fleming, 9-5 this season with a 4.12 ERA, a 1.18 WHIP, 57 strikeouts and 22 walks and 87 in the third innings pitched. On the other side, Nathan Eovaldi is 9-7, a 4.07 ERA, a 1.22 WHIP, 126 innings pitched, 124 strikeouts and 24 walks. And going down the stretch here, one team I'm going to look to back almost day in and day out is this Tampa Bay Rays team. I really like this team. And bold prediction, this team is making the World Series again. I just wanted to put that out there. Clip that now on August the 11th when this team wins the AL pennant in 7 games against the Houston Astros in a couple months. Then, yes, this team will be going back to the World Series to take on probably a really good Dodgers team again in a repeat. But looking at this matchup here, I do like the Rays in this spot. I'm going team total over 4.5 for this one. And this is just a little bit of a following the trend as well. The Tampa Bay Rays playing some really good baseball as of late. They have won 8 of their last 10 games, and they've gone over in 7 of their last 10 games, including 3 in a row. They've won 4 straight games. And this Tampa Bay team is going to put up some runs in this game against Nathan Eovaldi, who's been a little bit shaky as of late. The Red Sox, they've lost 8 of their last 10 games. They've lost back-to-back games now, and they've gone over in 2 straight. So this is following a little bit of their trends as well. So I like the team total over 4.5 here for the Tampa Bay Rays here. I like this spot a lot.
Yeah, I like Tampa. I'm not going to lay the minus 130 for the team total. I'll go and take the Tampa Bay Rays to win the game at plus 105. This Boston team is really in a tailspin right now, and they've lost, I think, 5 or 6 straight games against the Tampa Bay Rays. This is not a team that I want to back right now. Plus, I'm getting plus money to fade a Red Sox team who's been playing like garbage. Nathan Eovaldi has been struggling since the All-Star break. And what game just got taken? Oh, the 1 o'clock game. Okay. And I just don't feel like this is a spot that you should necessarily or Boston shouldn't be somewhere where you want to bet right now. Lay off of them. Tampa Bay is going to be hot down the stretch. I think they win the East. I don't know if they win the AL entirely. I like the White Sox for that one. But I do think that the Rays are a solid team, and I think they win today. And if they go over that team total, cool. Honestly, I could see this one being a 4-1 game.
Yeah, and one other thing, when the Rays win today, they will be the second team to hit 70 wins this season.
You're saying that? Hold on, real quick. Yeah, they're a better team than the Dodgers right now by a whole game.
Yeah, I really like this Rays team. I think they're going to be potentially the number 1 seed in the AL.
They're the number 1 seed right now by a whole 2 games.
Yes, and they're going to get a matchup against a wild card team, which if you're the number 1 seed going up against a wild card team in the MLB playoffs, you have a massive advantage. Because think about it. Hypothetically speaking, you have the Yankees in the wild card game. They use Garrett Cole for the first game. Guess what? You're heading into the ALDS against the Yankees, and you avoid Garrett Cole for game number 1, and you get to put up your ace, which I don't really see the Rays with a quote-unquote ace on this staff. This is just an overall great pitching staff. Because you got, Josh Fleming, you got Shane McClanahan, you got Luis Patino. Like, this is a strong team of pitchers that are none of them is a
Glasnow's out for the year, isn't he?
Glasnow's getting Tommy John. He's out for this year and next year, which is going to not be good for the Rays. But they haven't really been
affected.
Missed a step. This is a definite next man up mentality Rays team, and this is a scary team because they don't have any of these bona fide stars or these $1 or $100 million players, and they're winning games. They don't care that they have the 5th lowest bankroll in the MLB. This is a very good Rays team that can win under any type of budget, which I give full props to.
Do you know why? They get on base. They get on base.
They have a hell of a scouting staff too. So
yeah, they do.
And they got arguably the best GM in baseball. So yes, I love the Rays, and I think the Rays are going very far this year. To sum that all up.
Yeah, you just got the team total, right?
Yes.
Sounds good. We'll move on to this game, which I like this one as well.
Yeah, we have the Cincinnati Reds at the Atlanta Braves in this one. You can get the Braves for a -117. It's a +107 run back on these Cincinnati Reds. The total is 10 in this game. Wade Miley versus Tuki Toussaint. Where are you going for this one?
All right. Like you're a little bit high on the Tampa Bay Rays. I think I'm a little bit higher on the Reds than most people are. I think the Reds will be a wild card team. I've mentioned this many times. They are still only 3.5 games back. And looking at the scheduling for those two teams, for San Diego and for the Reds only have to play 14 games for the rest of the season against teams over 500, when the San Diego Padres had to play like 20 plus, 30 plus games of teams over 500, including plenty of games against the Dodgers, the Giants, the Cardinals, the Astros. So I'm a little bit higher on this Reds team, and I got them today. We bet against them yesterday, and the main reason why we bet against them yesterday was it was like a Sunday night baseball fade, except for it was Monday night because they played. Atlanta didn't. They had to travel, and now they were in their hotel. They were the same deal as Atlanta. I think Cincinnati has the upper hand today. Looking at the pitching matchup, we get Wade Miley, who has been a very, very good surprise this year for the Cincinnati Reds. It's been more than they've asked for. He's become essentially the ace of this team, and he's 9-4 with the under 3 ERA. Who expected Wade Miley to have an under 3 ERA? Yeah. Against Tuki Toussaint, which had a good first start, good second start. Since then, he got blown up, and he's been all right, but nothing crazy. I think Cincinnati takes this game. They struggled. Yesterday was a very close game. They lost because of a bases-loaded walk. So I don't think that happens today. I like Cincinnati in this one. So does Latoya. But I like Cincinnati in this game. I took him at a +107. This is also one of our free pick videos.
Yes. Yeah. For this game, I am looking at the pitching matchup here. Wade Miley is 9-4 with a 2.75 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, 121 innings pitched, 93 strikeouts, and 38 walks. On the other side, Tuki Toussaint is 1-2 with a 4.43 ERA, a 1.12 WHIP, 22 1/3 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, and 6 walks. It is a lean towards the Reds for me here. I did not personally get involved in this game, so this is a pass for me, and I'll look at other spots in this card. I don't have as many spots as I usually do. I have 7 video plays, and then I have the best bet as well. So this is definitely a spot that I'm just didn't get fully on pulling the trigger on.
Fair enough. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays today. So 7 video and 1 premium as well. I only got 1 play left for this entire slate, which it's not going to be on this game, but move on.
We'll move on to the next one here. We have the Milwaukee Brewers at the Chicago Cubs in this matchup, and quite the line on this one. It is a -250 for the Cubs here.
Yep.
My Wi-Fi thing went down, so I need to
-250 for the Brewers, +224 run back for the Cubbies. So a little bit of money coming in on the Cubbies since that's not what I want to do. Since I typed this up, I'll switch it, seeing that it is a little bit of an extreme line movement. 10 cents line move towards the Cubbies in this one. Corbin Burns against Jake Arrieta. Yeah, I passed on this game. Corbin Burns has been solid this year, 6-4 with a 2.39 ERA. I think Corbin Burns is really getting the Jacob deGrom effect from 2019, where he's pitching really well, but because the Brewers don't have a good offense, he's not getting much help. That's why he's only 6-4. He could easily have been a double-digit winner at this point, except for the Brewers aren't giving him run support. Jake Arrieta, on the other hand, he's over the hill. He's on the decline. 5-10 this year, 6.34 ERA. This one would definitely be a look towards the over. It's a 10. With Jake Arrieta on the mound, I'm fine with that. Except for Corbin Burns is the reason why I didn't bet that. So if anything, a lean towards the over. There's no way I'm laying minus 250 with the Brewers or the minus 165 on the run line. I'm going to be passing on this game. Lean towards the over.
Yeah, looking at this matchup for me here, Corbin Burns, 6-4, 2.39 ERA, 0.96 whip, 113 innings pitched, 157 strikeouts, and 21 walks. On the other side, Jake Arrieta is 5-10 this season with a 6.34 ERA, a 1.69 whip, 82 and a third innings pitched, 71 strikeouts, and 37 walks. And yes, Jake Arrieta has not looked particularly great as of late. They've lost his last 5 starts. He's given up at least 2 earned runs in each of those starts. The furthest he's gone is 5 innings pitched. On the other side, Corbin Burns, let's see how he's been doing. He's won 4 of his last 5 starts. He did get up 5 earned runs against the Atlanta Braves in Atlanta the other day. And the thing with the Chicago Cubs here is, one thing I got to give them credit for is, even in their little bit of a downfall here, they're still a over 500 team at home this season. And they play much better at Wrigley Field than they do away from it. This line has gotten to be a little absurd. I know it's Corbin Burns versus Jake Arrieta, but a minus 250?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I did in this game. I just added this play on. I'm looking at the Cubbies in this game. I'm going innings plus the half a run. So a tie game at the end of 5 innings will cash me a plus 175 ticket. I think this game is going to stay a little bit lower scoring. I think it's going to be a little bit closer a game than people expect. And we saw the way the 2 games during the doubleheader looked yesterday, where in the first 5 innings, the Brewers put up 6 in the top of the 5th yesterday, or in the game number 2. But I think these games are gonna stay a little bit closer, and giving me plus a half a run and plus 175. I'm gonna take a little bit of a shot here on the Chicago Cubs. I had this game priced around a plus 165, plus 170 for the Cubbies. So I'm going to take a little where I believe is the value is, and take the plus half a run at plus 175 here.
Yeah. Real quick, Cardman said that it is a 270 on FanDuel. One thing I do notice is the legalized books have way worse lines than the offshore. Like, we have it at a 250. You guys have it at 270. Most of the time on those FanDuels, those DraftKings, you're going to get slightly worse lines than if you went on a me and Nick are on sportsbetting.ag, which is a
5 dimes are amazing.
Yeah, those are legalized sites.
Those are offshore.
Those are offshores.
5 dimes is offshore.
So yeah, it's one of those where offshore is going to give you a better line, and that kind of shows. That's one example. It's just minus 270 on FanDuel is a little bit much. So just keep an eye on that. Shop around if you have multiple books. So
yeah, I think because when we put in the premium plays over on Picks and Parlays, it gives us a bunch of books to choose from. And I really want to join Pinnacle because their lines, they always seem to be the best lines. So.
Yeah. No, I don't doubt that. We'll go ahead and move on to this one, Nick.
Yeah, we're looking at the Toronto Blue Jays and the LA Angels in this one. Alek Manoah takes on Dylan Bundy, the pitching matchup for this one. Let's see. It's around a minus 180 for the Blue Jays. It's a plus 165 run back on these LA Angels. The total of 9.5 in this game. What are you looking at for this one?
Yeah, this is another one that I passed on. If anything, it's got to be a lean towards the Blue Jays. Blue Jays have been really, really good since the trade deadline. And here's one. Nick made his little bit of a bold prediction. The Toronto Blue Jays will be the second wild card team. I'll say it now. And honestly, yeah, I could see Toronto being I could see them getting the first wild card spot, to be honest. Either taking it from Oakland or Houston. Because I think that the AL West is 100% up in the air. Oakland can easily win it. They're only 2 games back. And they play against Houston a bunch of times throughout the year. But going back to the Blue Jays, I think this is a solid spot. Except for I'm not laying a minus 178. I'm not laying a minus 121 run line. If anything, it's a look towards the over. Blue Jays, solid hitting team. And the Angels can hit as well. I know they're losing a couple pieces here and there. Shohei is still healthy, so you can probably get a home run out of him. Watch. But I would lean towards the over in this game. It's more of Bundy has not been good. Manoah can get tagged up. There can be runs in this game. Lean towards the over, but I'm not going to be betting this one. Do you guys cover some? I have not really looked into it because I don't really know the players. I know all the NBA players. I don't really follow college basketball as much in terms of the players. I'll follow the numbers. I'm not really, because there's a lot of college teams. The best thing to do for it is I know Pistons have Cade Cunningham that is really going off. And the Trailblazers have a couple good players, and I really don't follow the summer league though. It's just I don't have the time for that right now. Blue Jays minus 1.5. If you want to bet that, that's fine. Blue Jays are a minus 121 on the run line here. So I personally don't lay minus money on run lines, but that's up to you. Astros run line should be good. Did we go over the Astros game? Yes, we did. Astros run line? I mean, I don't mind it, but I'm not laying a minus 132 on a run line. Jays money line, I would never do the over-under. I would never do the money line because you're laying a minus 178. I would, if anything, you gotta look towards the run line, but that's a minus 121. You would never do a total. I mean, I've been doing a lot more totals lately, so that's where I would lean is towards the over. That's the best way to back the Toronto Blue Jays without backing the Toronto Blue Jays. So lean towards the over, but no bet for me.
Yeah, look at the pitching matchup for me here. Alek Manoah is 4-1 with a 2.58 ERA, a 1.01 WHIP, and 52 and a third innings pitched, 60 strikeouts and 19 walks. On the other side, Dylan Bundy is 2-8 with a 6.14 ERA, a 1.36 WHIP, and 80 and 2/3 innings pitched, 76 strikeouts and 29 walks. And in this matchup, unfortunately, I did not get as good of a line as it is now. I'm going with the first 5 innings here, plus 180 on the LA Angels. And hear me out for this one. Dylan Bundy, he looked a lot better in his last start. He went 6 1/3 innings pitched. He didn't give up any runs. And he got only allowed 3 hits and struck out 6 batters. I think he takes that little bit of positive momentum into this start here. Obviously, I don't like the full game because I don't trust this Angels bullpen. But I'm going to go with the play on the LA Angels in the first 5 innings. I had this game priced around a minus 125, plus 125 for the Angels. So, yeah, I'm going with the plus 180 here. Unfortunately, I got it at plus 155 this morning. This line's just climbed. But, yeah, I like the Angels here in this spot at plus 180 in the first 5 innings.
There you go. Yeah, run line is a little too light on value. Yeah, it is. We'll go on to this game, which is the last game I actually have a play on for this slate. So, I really like this play.
Well, we'll take a look at here. The Arizona Diamondbacks are at the San Francisco Giants. Merrill Kelly, Kevin Gausman, the pitching matchup for this one. You can get these Giants here for a minus 265. It's a plus 237 the other way with these Arizona Diamondbacks. The total is 7.5 for this one. What are you looking at for this game?
I got it over. It's at a 7.5, and I mean, you could look at what they did last night. That's fine, but Merrill Kelly hasn't been all that great. 7-8 with a 4.13 ERA. I definitely think the Giants can hit him hard. Get a couple runs against him. And then Kevin Gausman has been meh his past couple starts. He did have a good start his last time out, I believe. I'm pulling up the numbers on Kevin Gausman. Exactly. Come on, computer. Well, since his wife had his kid, he's had 4 starts with allowing anywhere from 2 to 5 runs in each start. And then the last game, here we go. Last 4 starts. Last 5 starts. He has gone over in 4 out of the 5, and the one that he did not go over, they went under by half a run. So Kevin Gausman pitching, they are on heavy over streaks. So keep that in mind. Including he allowed 6 runs against Pittsburgh, 3 runs against Houston in that back and forth game, 2 runs against the Dodgers. He did have a good start his last time out against the Giants. Against the Dodgers. Wow, against the Diamondbacks. But I still think this game goes over. 7.5 is too low. It was a 7-1 game last time. I think you can get something similar to that tonight. So, Giants might. Yeah, exactly. Lynn is no longer pitching.
It's Lopez, and they're minus 141. It's a plus 130 the other way with the Twins.
I didn't bet it to begin with. I'm not betting it now.
Yeah, I'm staying off that game. But looking at this game here, I do have a couple plays on this one. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Merrill Kelly is 7-8 with a 4.13 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP, and 137 in the third innings pitched, 115 strikeouts, and 32 walks. On the other side, Kevin Gausman's 10-5, a 2.31 ERA, a 0.94 WHIP, 157 strikeouts, and 39 walks, and 132 in the third innings pitched. And for whatever reason, the Diamondbacks always seem to play the Giants super close. I don't know what it is, but they do. And if there's ever one pitcher I want to back on these Arizona Diamondbacks, it's Merrill Kelly. I have on the Diamondbacks here in the first 5 innings. I got it at plus 215 this morning. It's now at plus 225. So once again, I placed the bet a little bit too early in this one. Merrill Kelly looked absolutely phenomenal in his last start against these San Francisco Giants. He went 8 innings, allowing no runs on 3 hits and 4 strikeouts. Unfortunately, he got a no decision because the bullpen gave up 4 runs in the 9th inning, and they lost. But I like the first 5 innings here, plus 225 for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And for whatever reason, they always score here. They always fall behind a couple runs against the Giants, and then bam, it's tied like they did last night. I'm on the team total over 2.5 as well in this game, minus 135. I think that we see some run from the Diamondbacks here. Kevin Gausman, he was okay in his last start against the Diamondbacks, allowed 1 run on 5 hits and 8 strikeouts, but they just saw him a week ago, so I think they potentially can get some runs off of him as well. And then the previous starts to that, Gausman gave up 3 earned runs and 6 hits and 4 in the third innings pitch against, the Astros. I'll give him a pass on that one. And then the start before that, 6 earned runs on 8 hits and 4 in the third innings against the Pirates. So, Gausman's been struggling as of late. Give me the Diamondbacks first 5. Give me the Diamondbacks team total over 2.5. I think we see a potential huge upset in this game.
No, I like that. Well, we got one more game in this slate. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, we're looking at the Texas Rangers and the Seattle Mariners in this matchup. You're seeing around a minus 185 for the Mariners. It's around a plus 170 here for the Texas Rangers. The total of this game is 8 runs in this one. Spencer Howard, Tyler Anderson, the battle of acquisitions during the trade deadline for both these teams. What are you looking at for this final game of the slate?
I'll say this game last night was very frustrating, but I'm not going to get into that. I passed on this game. If anything, it's right back to a lean towards the under. These two teams haven't been scoring. These offenses have been struggling. and it should have been that way last night as well. But yeah, it's a pass for me. Anderson's looked decent. Spencer Howard, I'm surprised that the Phillies actually gave him up. He should be a nice prospect for the Texas Rangers to ruin his career. But yeah, it's on under for this game, and not really too much interest in it.
Yeah, for me, I have exactly zero interest in this game to end it all. Spencer Howard in this season is 0-3 with a 6.16 ERA, 1.53 WHIP. In 30 and 2/3 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts and 19 walks. Anderson in this for him 5-8, 4.35 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, and 113 and 2/3 innings pitched, 93 strikeouts and 27 walks. If anything in this game, I'll lean towards our first 5 run line on the Seattle Mariners. But I have no interest in this game. I see no value on either side. Be a slight lean towards the Rangers. I have this game priced around 170, and you're getting it around them around 170. So no value on either side in this matchup here. I'll lean towards potentially the over. Texas has gone over in 3 straight games. But once again, I'm not getting involved in this one. This is not a spot that I need to. I'm going to try to keep my card a little bit more condensed today. That being said, I still found a way to have 9 plays. But I like this. This is not a bad card. I'm just not interested in this game.
Well, that works. That's going to wrap up baseball before everybody leaves. And we're going to do a recap to go over all of our plays again. We are getting really, really close. We're at 988 subscribers now. We're only 12 away. And we'll probably be posting some type of video today announcing the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which if anybody has not heard, me and Nick will have an official video out for it, but I'll give you guys a sneak peek now. 3 months of premium plays for one person. We'll do some type of spin the wheel giveaway stream when we hit 1,000. We'll have an official video to announce everything that's going on with it, how you can enter it. Most likely with the video, you'll just need to like it. You'll need to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and then following us on comment on the video and then either be following us on Twitter or Instagram so we have a way to contact you. But we're going to have a big giveaway for when we hit that. So only 12 away. If half of you guys in the chat right now made a burner account, we hit 1,000 subscribers. We're really, really close. Also, check out the link in the description. Once again, we have everything down there. Our Twitch link is down there. If you guys want to go ahead and follow that. Our Twitter and Instagram, which we'll start doing mini giveaways for those. Every 100 followers we get on Instagram, we'll do a 7-day pass giveaway. And same with Twitter, every 100 followers. So if you guys want to go follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well, go ahead and check those out. Links to not links, but the @ will be in the description below. Bets Earle for Twitter. At Earle Sports Bets for Instagram. Go ahead, check out the Instagram and the Twitter. Discord's also it has a link in the description below, along with our Facebook group. We stream live to our Facebook group every day. It's another way that we can contact you or have just be able to talk sports in there as well. Also, check out our premium plays. Link to that's in the description below if you want to grab our pass. It's this picksandparlays.net/game time. Gets you 50% off a 7-day package. If you use the code, I think it's HOF now for the Hall of Fame game that happened a week ago. You can get 20% off of that as well. So it ends up being about $70 for 7 days. So about $10 per day to get our best bet and all of our premium plays. So if you guys want to check that out as well. And last thing to go over is the Picks and Parlays team. Of course, if you guys aren't subscribed to either us, Picks and Parlays or Winning Free Picks. Craig Trapp on Picks and Parlays every day at 10 o'clock. Me and Nick on ESB every single day at 11. You got Higgs every day at 12. Allie Burns, and that's on Winning Free Picks. Allie Burns today, 1:30 for Morning Wood. Check that out. Game time decision with me, Nick, and Allie, or maybe even Lenny today at 6. There will be a total chaos tonight between me and Cam Ross. That will be at 8:30. And I think Higgs said he's doing some type of football show tonight as well. That will be more towards the 10 o'clock range. that's everything to go over. Once again, we're now at 989. 11 away. 11 away, guys. Come on. Help us out. But let's go ahead and do a recap for today. I like the Kansas City Royals against the bullpen game of the Yankees. I like the over in the Houston game. I like the Dodgers. I like the under in the Detroit game. I like Tampa Bay as a dog. I like Cincinnati as a dog. And I like the over in that San Francisco game.
Yeah, and one thing I want to mention with that giveaway with the month pass, that will start on September 1st. The 3-month pass will start on September 1st. And that's strictly so you guys get the best value out of everything. Because if we started it whenever you get it on, maybe the 15th or 16th, then it won't be as valuable because for the first 2 weeks, you only have baseball. And but if we started on the 1st, then you get 3 full months.
That would do like a rest of the year thing.
No. You get the full 3 months will get you September, October, November, which will give you the rest of baseball. It'll give you the start of NFL. It'll give you the first month of college basketball. It'll give you some college football. It'll give you potentially some. It'll give you some NHL. Does it give you a couple weeks of NBA as well?
Mm-hmm. NBA starts in October.
You'll be able to get a much better value if we started it on September 1st rather than on whatever date we started on. So that's probably when the giveaway, if you win the three-month pass, it'll start on September 1st, so you guys get the best deal of all of it. But for my recap here today, I like the over between the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers. I like the St. Louis Cardinals here, first 5 minus half a run at minus 120. The Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies, first 5 under. We're going with the Arizona Diamondbacks, first 5 at plus 225, and the team total at over 2.5. We're going with the LA Angels, first 5 money line. We're going team total over 4.5 for the Tampa Bay Rays. And we're going with the Chicago Cubs at plus half a run at plus 175 in the first 5 innings.
Sounds good. But that is a wrap up for our show for today. Nick, go ahead and finish it out.
Yeah, that's going to just about wrap it up for the show. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here on ESB, which is every single morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturday, we'll start at 10 a.m. because we'll have a bunch of preseason football games to go over, so we'll start a little earlier on them. But it's usually 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's going to just about do it for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here by my brother Tim, and this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We want to thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck today.
See ya. Higgs' links in the chat. See ya.